Welcome everybody to our show. This is Custom Fab Garage on our channel Octane TV on YouTube. Make sure you go down below and hit that subscribe button, and on top of that, make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you can get all the new content that comes out weekly and even every day.
Here's the next door panel that we're going to be taking off. This is on a Ram 2500. Pretty sure they're all pretty much the same the way they work. But the first thing we're going to do with these is we're going to take a T15. We're going to start backing these out, and then this piece unclips from this other piece that sticks in here. I'll show you that. And we're going to get each one of these out all the way around the door panel. They have them pretty much all the way around, kind of holding it all the way around the door panel. And we're going to go ahead and remove those first. That's the first step. So this is what I mean by when you take this out with the T15. Basically, this piece connects into this piece, which this piece is the bottom piece, which is setting in here with that piece on top. So once you take that out, this piece will unclip, and I can unclip it basically with my fingernail. So you can actually take that out with your fingernail, which is pretty nice. And we're gonna do that with all of these. That's the easiest way to get them out, to be honest with you. Now that we have all of these removed, so we removed them all the way around, you can do one of two things. You can basically unpull this down. It's just clipped in just like that. I just took my fingers, kind of got up in here and pulled back. And then this will plug right here into this. We'll unplug this, and this whole piece will come off. That's actually where it's clipped in. See what the top clip is here, and clip is right here. And we'll unplug this clip right here. That this unplugs is you just push down right here, push right here, and then this will unclip right there. Step is we're gonna get behind this piece. Ooh, somebody's already got into that. I can see the scratch marks right there. Yeah, somebody's got into this door panel. Look at that, oh my God. Yeah, so we're gonna get behind this panel, and there's a screw behind there. This is the easiest way I got behind here. Is I went in with this piece right here, and I went in through the top, pushed down with this, and then pulled right out. It's very thin, so it gets right in there. Somebody else has already marred this bad boy up. Look at all those scratches and pieces they used to get underneath this. So that's what it looks like on the back side. And it kind of clips into the bottom like that. That's why when they're trying to pull it on here, it wasn't coming out. You'll want to use a number 3 screwdriver, not a number 2, not a number 1. Number 3 will fit right in here, and then you're going to want to take this one last bolt out. This will be the last one that you need to take out. Do not try to use a number 2, you'll strip it. Definitely do not use a number 1. It is definitely a number 3. A lot of people screw that stuff up, and then that's the screw bolt, whatever you would like to call it, that comes out last, out of there. Once you've removed all those pieces around, you've removed this screw, and you remove this top piece up here, we're ready to just lift up. You just pull up on the door panel, and that's actually how this comes out, is by lifting up. Because when you lift up, that's what keeps it down, is it has these hooks, and I'll show you those hooks. I swear I forget this step every single time. You'll want to pull this door handle out, and you'll want to take this last plastic piece out right here. This is the last piece that needs to come out, which is this. Just grab your hands around it, and this will come out, and it kind of comes around the handle like that. And this particular model has a light on it, so you'll need to unplug this light right here, and then you're ready to lift up on the actual the whole entire door panel itself. And the way you unplug this light is this clip right here on the back side. You just push in right there, and that's actually what unclips it, because it sits in there like this. You'll just push right here on this side clip right here, and then that pulls out. And then now we're ready to lift up on the whole door panel. A couple of pointers to get this out. This piece right here, what I would recommend is when you get the door panel up, you would just push from the bottom with your fingers up underneath it, just push up and this will unclip out. Then you can get to this harness right here. And then this plug right here will unplug from that, separating this from that. And that way you can just keep this over here, make it easier to get the door panel off, and this just unclips like right here. And then you'll have another clip right here that you will just need to push on the side, unclip that out. And those are the only two clips that keep this door panel attached to where it makes it more difficult to be able to get it out. So that is it. That's your plug right there you have to remove, and then that's the back. And you see what I'm saying about these hooks? That's how these hooks hold into the actual door. It's not like a normal door panel that has push pins. These actually use like a J-hook style. So that's pretty much it. This is the back side of what the door panel looks like right here. We kind of put the harnesses up here, and this is the stock Alpine amazing speaker right here. We're gonna go ahead and take that out as well. These do remove with a 5mm. You will need a 5mm socket, and then these will come out. I would recommend using a ratchet, not your drill, because these are in here pretty hard and it will torque out most drills, and then get them out so far, and then you could use your drill with the 5mm. But my drill, it kind of like almost twisted my arm, because sometimes they torque these in here so tight and you could damage the drill or just end up hitting yourself in the face with it. So I would recommend using a ratchet at first and get them out so far, and then you can use your drill. And then we'll remove this 6x9 right here with this 5mm. This is the magnificent 6x9 right here. That's the plug that this plug plugs into right there. These are the Alpine particular speakers. This has got the upgraded, no, I apologize. These are the Harman Kardon. I am terribly sorry. These are the Harman Kardon speakers here. So that's what you get with the actual Harman Kardon, not the Alpine, I apologize. And then here's the plug right here. And on this particular speaker, we have the green with purple and the green with yellow. And we're gonna use our speaker wire harness adapter to plug this in, and then plug this into the actual 6x9 itself. I'll show you that as well. These are the speaker harness adapters that we're gonna be using, which is a 726514. They do make a longer extension as well. And that's what this will look like right here. And it already comes with your terminal pieces on it, so we can just slide it onto the speaker. And then this part right here, we'll just plug into that harness, and then we'll plug it right into the speaker. Pretty simple. These are the speakers we're going to be using today from DDAUDIO, the C2-690TX. These are a 6x9. We will also put down in the description down below some other good 6x9s that we use that you can actually just click on the link and buy them as well. These are the ones that the customer supplied us with, so this is what we're going to go with today. Because of this capacitor being on here and this magnet being huge, we went ahead and took our Dremel tool and we dremeled right here and trimmed this piece out. So we just took our Dremel tool right here and then we just dremeled this part right here out. That way it just had more room for the capacitor to sit down there and have more depth. Here's your size comparison right here, factory. And there is aftermarket gel. Big difference between the two. There's your dual cone. And there's your extra tweeter. Just a big difference. Big difference in materials as well. Now the only thing I don't like about the gels is they still use this foam. It still works great in plastic, but it'd be nice to use the rubber, but they're still great speakers. We got our speaker harness connected to our two terminals right here. Everything bolts up like negative, positive, and then we're gonna take this connector. Negative goes to the green with yellow, positive goes to the green with purple. We went ahead and plugged this in, went ahead and plugged it in here. Unfortunately, even with this huge magnet and cutting this part out right here, it still is hitting the metal. So we're going to run a spacer in between there so that we can push the speaker out. We'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Not put the bottom screws in, but we did use an extra long screw, which is 1.5 inches, and we did put these, you know, I call them like level finished washers on there, because I'm not putting, A, I can't put the other ones back in because they're too short, and then B, I want something that's going to be strong and I can take it back out with the Phillips and not have to get a 5mm out. And then we need to make sure that this is flush right here too, but that way it'll gap it out. We're not hitting the back part. We're gonna have to tear a bunch of stuff up behind the truck itself. Only thing that sucks is now I'm gonna have to build this door panel out another inch in the front, just on the front door panels. The rear door panels, you do not have to do this, just on the fronts. Here it is installed. The only thing I don't like is the way this spacer works is it has some kind of gap thing right here. I'm not sure what that is all about. Like, see how it goes flush and then it has a gap? I might Dynamat in between these gaps just to seal this off better, but it fits in here really snug, really good. The only thing that sucks is we're jumping this thing out. I'm guessing this is a 1/2 inch spacer. I'm gonna measure it, but that's another 1/2 inch. The speaker sticks out that we're gonna have to build this panel out, which kind of sucks, but it's the only way to get them to fit in the front doors.